Well, I'm going to have a look at this new section of bike lane in Spring Street, and I'm going to do it from the perspective of someone who's commuting into the city from the south. So that's the Narrows Bridge behind me. There's the shared path. South Perth is over there, and we're going to jump on this path and head into the city and see how we go. Never done this before, first time ride. Well, I hope you don't mind looking up my nose, but I thought this would be a more interesting way of doing things. I've gone and bought a quad lock mount for the bike. Funnily enough, I wanted to actually buy one for the car, but thought I'd try it out on the bike first. You know, I got a new phone, needed a new case, thought why don't I get a quad lock case, get a mount, or actually a couple of mounts for the different bikes, a mount for the car, like either a suction cup one or a sticky one, and see how I go. Well, anyway, I got as far as getting one for the bike, and the experience has been interesting. I'll do a separate video on it at some point. And I've got to say, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm getting used to it. Whoops, hang on. Always got to remember just to ring your bell going through here, because there's people that cut the corner. Or in one instance, I came through there, and there was a what do you call it? Tractor, lawnmower coming the other way, filling the entire subway. So yeah, you want to do that. Now, normally I would have taken the right-hand branch back there, and that would take me up to Mount Street. There's a bridge up there. But this is an alternative way of getting into the city. Essentially takes you to the same place. But I don't know how well used this is. I don't know how many people come this way as opposed to the other. And I don't know if putting in this little Spring Street lane or bike path, whatever you want to call it, is going to make much difference. Okay, over on the right there's the convention centre. And up ahead there is where we want to cross, Spring Street. Guess I better do the legal thing here and press the buttons and wait for the lights. We'll see how long this takes. It's a miserable day. Now, I kind of cheated a little bit and I rode to here from Elizabeth Quay, and so I kind of already know the layout of the land over here in a way, and then I eyeballed it from the other side of the road. And you know, funnily enough, it looks quite a bit like what they did on Heath Street in Five Dog with the concrete islands. But we shall see. I'm not super sure how I'm supposed to do this. This is a little bit bizarre, this entry to it, I gotta say, because do I cross over there? Well, at least I've got a red bicycle arrow there, a symbol. So I think what I'll do is I'm not going to cross here. As soon as I get a green light, I'm going to hop out. Well, the thing is, if I hop out on the road, am I going to get clobbered by a car coming from behind? I guess I better stick to the footpath and see what happens. I don't want to zoom across there, try and get into the bike lane and get hit from behind by a driver. That might be a bit stupid. Okay, lights gone orange. And red. Okay. Oh yes, there's a green light over there and a green arrow, so if I cut across onto the road, who knows what might have happened. But there's absolutely no traffic coming from my right. So what if I go up here now? Oh, look at that. Funnily enough, in a busy pedestrian area like the CBD, there's heaps of pedestrian traffic. They can put concrete islands in and not worry about pedestrians tripping over them and hurting themselves. Must be something special about the residents of Five Dock that they can't see islands or step over them. Yeah, it's a reasonable slope, this hill. So that bit's new. There's a green bit's been here for a while. And there, up ahead of us is the Mounts Bay Bridge. Right. Now, I don't know how long this bike lane, this bit of green paint's been here. I think it might have been here a few months ago. I am not sure. I cannot remember. Felt like I ride up here a hell of a lot. But I know there was certainly something here. And there we go. So, reasonable width for a unidirectional bike lane. Not the greatest surface, it's a bit rough. And of course it's got some manhole-y things in the middle of it, which aren't the best when the weather's a bit wet. Now what do I do? Okay, let's see what happens when I do get down the bottom here. What the hell do I do now? Okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to go across here, because this is not clear at all. Let's try this. Hopefully they'll put some green paint in those, I guess you call them bike lanes, and make it a little bit clearer down the bottom here exactly where you're supposed to go. I'm just making it up as I go along. I guess what I could have done at the bottom there is just reversed my course. Could have just turned right at that other set of lights over there and gone back on the footpath, and crikey knows these people are coming through these lights late. My light had gone green and she was still driving through it. Okay, and here we are, back on our path, heading back towards the Narrows Bridge. Okay, well, I'm not entirely sure why you would take that instead of going the other way and crossing over the bridge at Mount Street. But look, it is an alternative path. I mean, this route is fairly flat and then quite steep at the end, whereas the other one is just a steady climb all the way up. So I guess it depends on what you prefer, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not complaining about a bit of new bike infrastructure, that's for sure. Yeah, just interesting to see the way they've done it. And yes, amazing that they can put that in there in the middle of the city, not worry about people hurting themselves, tripping over those concrete things. Whereas in Five Dock, they're a deadly risk to residents. Alrighty, that'll do. That's Spring Street.